Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol FUSZ. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. This chart is a little tricky from a presentation standpoint because there's some varying perspectives that can go into it. Meaning, if you're a day trader and you bought right here or you bought somewhere right around there and you wanted to sell within 15 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you the chart's looking kind of rough. But if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. The price did pull back from its highs. But from the big picture, the bulls still have plenty of opportunity now to start building some of these higher bases. And that's how those long-term uptrends are constructed, with higher bases. I will be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a different outlook and strategy going into the trade. And really the easiest way to point this out is just to start to kind of map out where these levels of support are. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one for now. Sure, it still pertains, it's just not relevant. And again, from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's clutter with lines everywhere. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust this a little bit right here to $1.15. And this level, or this update, I should say, comes from a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So from a bigger picture perspective, $1.15 is that must-hold level of support. And the reason I call it must-hold is because if the price were to drop below there, or worse yet, separate to the downside, not to insult your intelligence, but at that point in time, that would literally be putting the price right back to where it was. And when prices are going back to where they were, that's not exactly a sign of true strength, right? Like I said, I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So that's why, in my opinion, $1.15 is such an important level. But the other level to keep an eye on, and what I would call the ideal area of support, would be staying up above the purple line, which is that 50-period simple moving average. Now, keep in mind, I'm saying ideal. So I'm not saying that if the price falls below there, the entire chart's ruined or anything like that. Not at all. Remember, you still have $1.15 down there, which is very important for the reasons we just discussed. But preferably speaking, yeah, stay up above that purple line. But let's just say, and by no means am I saying this will happen, but we'll take more of an extreme example. Let's say the price actually comes all the way back down here, but then behaves in this manner before working its way up. Now, emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have lows down there. You picture these as stair steps. And hey, from the big picture perspective, now you have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. That's the true sign of power, is where a price begins to slowly ease its way upwards over time. And our first kind of quote unquote ease up point would be right there at $1.15. So no doubt about it, very nice way to close out the week. And we'll see if the bulls can start building higher lows or not next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.